by Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello.
Oh, yeah, I missed one.
You missed one. Oh, well. And a fifth, which shall not be named.
Who knows?
But as for, those charts didn't change. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
It was a long. It's
No,
summer.
one thing did change.
Summer.
I believe Senorita dropped from 2 to 5.
Oh, it might be what
I think
changed.
that's what happened.
Okay. But as for your Billboard 200, your albums chart, a new number 1. It's Indigo by Chris Brown.
Okay, alright. I have a confession to make. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, listen to every number 1.
Because Chris
this
Brown?
year. I think Chris Brown may have just completely ruined my momentum.
Chris Brown killed it?
I don't know. I might, but I don't know, man. I don't want that on my Spotify history.
I'll take the bullet.
I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. Number 2 is the 7 EP by Lil Nas X.
Yep.
Number 3 is When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go?
Yep.
By Billie Eilish. Number 4, Let's Rock by the Black Keys.
Yep.
And number 5, Acid Rap by Chance the Rapper.
So this one is notable because obviously that's not a new release. That is Chance's first full-length album. The reason why it is back on the charts, though, is because Chance brought it to Spotify for the first time. It was previously not available on streaming platforms, and he has put all his library on streaming in lead up to a new record that is supposed to hit sometime this month.
Okay.
So look forward to it.
All right, and that brings us to new releases. What's the chat saying?
Sorry. Chat is catching up with things I said earlier in the podcast. I've been quoted as people have girlfriends, get over it. Yes, apparently they appreciated that.
Okay.
Anyways.
Wait, what was that reference to?
The soccer players.
Oh, the soccer players. People have girlfriends, get over it.
People have girlfriends, get over it.
Whoosh. All right, that brings us to new releases.
Yeah, it does.
All right, and
this week. What am I listening to this week?
I don't know what you're listening to, but here are the new releases.
Nothing on this list, let me tell you.
All right, first up we have Banks with 3.
Well, maybe one thing that's on this list.
We have Big KRIT with KRIT is here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to yell at you because it's in all caps. We have Bleached with Don't You Think You've Had Enough?
I will probably listen to that.
We have Cool Keith with Teeth.
In all caps.
All caps. We have Merzbow with Noise Mass. We have New Order with number 12 large 17 Myth.
So I copied and pasted this because I was like, what is happening?
I don't know. It's basically threw up. But you also get New Order plus Gilliam Gallic, So It Goes. Wait, that's the whole thing.
That is one name. Like I said, I had to copy and paste it because I was like, I don't know. This computer just died in the middle of naming this album or something.
It's like a logarithm or something. But New Order, the band, has a new album out with Liam Gillick. So It Goes.
Yeah.
We have Tycho with Weather, and Ed Sheeran with number 6 Collaborations Project.
So this is a terrible name, by the way. I feel like he could have named this anything else.
I feel like this is not an official album.
But it is, though, because the radio has been pumping this thing up for literal months at this point. Because all the singles, like his one with Justin Bieber, I Don't Care, and his one with Chance the Rapper, which I don't know if you've heard it, but it's embarrassing for both of them.
Okay, so this is definitely a collaboration
album. It's a collaboration album. It is a proper album. It's just, I don't know why the hell he's naming it like it's like a mixtape.
I don't know. But I'm saying it's not a proper album because it's not plus, minus, divide,
I know,
X.
right?
That's his albums. Next one's going to be parentheses or exponents.
This is a collaboration album. So if you want to hear Ed Sheeran singing with other people, this is what this is.
Alright, well, I don't.
Well, then don't listen to this. Although this will probably be your number 1, not next week, but the following week.
Probably. Alright, well, let's talk about music news. And as I said last week, we were talking about Taylor Swift.
Because always.
Because it was brought up last week.
Yeah.
for the unfortunate reasons. However, this is not why we're talking about Taylor Swift.
If you're Taylor Swift, this week it's good news. But also, if you're Taylor Swift, this is not news because you're Taylor Swift and you already knew this is the case.
Yes, as Taylor Swift has topped Forbes Celebrity 100 list, the magazine's annual list for top paid entrepreneurs.
Yep.
Entertainers, not entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Top paid entertainers.
That's a different list.
It is. With an estimated earnings of $185 million.
That's a lot of money.
This is the second time she's coming at number one, where she previously peaked in 2016 when she was 17.
No, she was not 17 in 2016.
Yes, she was.
No, it's impossible.
She was 27.
No, because Taylor Swift is older than I am.
Yeah.
By 3 months.
Yes.
And yes, I do hold
that.
In
89. She was born in 89.
Yeah, December 1989.
Yes, which makes 27 in 16.
Yeah, you said 17.
Yes. Math.
That's not how it works.
Oh, math. Yes, making Taylor Swift the first music artist to take the Forbes to top the Forbes list twice. Suck it, Beyonce. Forbes noted that Swift's 2018 Reputation Stadium tour was the highest grossing tour in the U.S. history at $266.1 million.
Yeah.
And also that the artist benefited from the new deal she signed with Universal's Republic label and the sharing proceeds from Universal's sale of its Spotify stake. Because they factor in every type of revenue.
So, this story is interesting because if you at home are experiencing Taylor Swift whiplash, you're not alone. And what I mean by that is because last week we were talking about how she basically is barred from owning her masters.
Yes.
And this week we're talking about how she's the richest entertainer in the world. So you have to. It's weird to try to line these things up in your brain because basically we were talking about how she's being kept from basically earning more money, and this week we were like, does she really even need it?
Right, but you garner into the fact that she had to make $185 million in all of 2019, or an estimated $185 million to top the list, but the company, Big Machine Records, was sold for $300 million.
Right.
It's just an absurd amount of money that you're thinking about there. That she couldn't even buy. That there's no way she could have bought her own records back at that price.
And another thing to answer, I guess, my own question here.
Yes.
I guess the important thing about last week's story was not Taylor Swift. The important thing about last week's story is that could happen to anyone.
Yes.
Especially not people who are not Taylor Swift. People get screwed over by deals like that. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was that highlight.
Still interesting. It was a very, very back and forth.
Yeah.
You want a better chair?
No, I don't want a better chair. What I do want is a Build-A-Bear.
Do you want to build a bear?
I'd like to build a snowman, but unfortunately we have to talk about Build-A-Bear.
Okay, what's going on with Build-A-Bear? Why are they in the music section?
I don't know, but Build-A-Bear Records is a new label being formed as a partnership between Warner Media Group, Warner Chappell Music, and Build-A-Bear Workshop.
Yeah.
Yes, that Build-A-Bear Workshop. Mm-hmm. Build-A-Bear Workshop is the brand that makes stuffed animals. In malls and open malls and Disney and they make stuffed animals and now they're going to be making music? What?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in announcing the new music imprint, Warner Music Group's art music division said that Build-A-Bear is looking to evolve its retail operation into a more diverse business that includes original digital content. Although it was not disclosed exactly what kind of genres might be represented on releases from Build-A-Bear Records, the label will release albums, singles, and playlists according to the announcement. And although soundtracks are part of the plan, the imprint promises to sign and develop artists. I think I know where they're going here.
Okay, what do you think? This is like a children's label?
So, yes, but you know how Rebecca Black kind of made it big?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have something like that where you can not just build your own teddy bear, but you can build yourself in an artist type thing.
I don't read it that way.
I kind of do.
See, that sounds like almost like it's an amusement company kind of thing. I don't think that's what this is.
Well,
this sounds to me like a niche, like a smaller, like educational children's kind of label where they can be like, all right, like let's cast this, like let's find these Disney Disney type kids. Let's put them on the Build-A-Bear label and have their music at the Build-A-Bear stores, and let's like market them towards the demographic for Build-A-Bear, which is like, I don't know, 5 to 12.
Well, I don't know, because I feel like there's more like build a song where they'll give you the imprints of a song. Here's how you should sing it. Here's what the lyrics are, and then you sing it and be the own artist. And if someone from that artist, from that, becomes a viral sensation,
maybe, but I don't think so. I think that you're not being cynical enough about this.
I mean, I'm not being cynical enough about this.
This is just a business deal.
Well, yes, it's all business. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it's all a business.
It's all business.
It's all a business.
Now
Anyways.
I'm pressing more.
Okay. Did you listen to anything? Any thoughts?
No, not really.
I did. I listened to that Machine Gun Kelly album.
Okay.
Devil's Hotel or whatever it's called.
Okay.
I accidentally listened to this out of order because my Spotify was set to shuffle.
I hate when that happens.
I know. It's like, this is ruining the experience because the album's supposed to be from front to back. Instead, you
it depends on the album, but yes.
I know, but in general, the album's supposed to be front to back, not all jumbled up. Here's all the stuff. But I did enjoy the album. I enjoyed that I was able to understand what the rapper was saying. I was able to get a feel for what it was. It started off a bit too industrial for me, but they kind of backed off and went more to like, here's the actual like lyrics and rap that I'm actually trying to say and promote here. And I kind of liked that better as the album went on. I can see why people like Machine Gun Kelly. He has a good voice. He has some good lyrics. He has some really good wordplay and banter. Not for me, though.
Uh-huh.
The album's not for me. I'm not for that. But having listened to it, I could definitely see why people like this. I can see why people enjoy Machine Gun Kelly. I can definitely see a couple hits off of this thing. It's definitely a good album if you like Machine Gun Kelly. Or you like that kind of...
So are you telling me for fans of Machine Gun Kelly should check out the new Machine Gun Kelly record?
Which are probably going to check out Machine Gun Kelly anyways. But I enjoyed it. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't like other albums where we've listened to where it just immediately puts me off. Why am I listening to this?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this to myself? No, I kind of enjoyed my time listening to it. I don't think I'll go back to it. But for what I experienced, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Moving on to video games. We start with video game releases.
Yeah, slow week, can you tell?
Super slow week. We have Dr. Mario World.
Okay,
for mobile.
We don't usually talk about mobile phone games here, but I feel like the Nintendo ones are an exception.
Oh, because it's by the Nintendo
they're a
company?
big deal. So, a word of warning. So, I've heard two different, very vastly different opinions about this thing.
Okay.
From some people, I've heard that this is freaking amazing and addictive. A lot of people do like it. From a lot of other people, though, is that it is classic mobile game deception. Apparently, an hour into playing the game, you feel like you get into the groove and you enjoy it, and that's when you hit the paywall.
That's when you hit the paywall.
Designed, I hear people likening it to the Pokemon Picross game on 3DS, where in order to proceed to do new things, you basically have to pay them, or you're waiting like literally a day for a timer to expire.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it's that kind of game. Don't go into it thinking that it's just going to be just playing Dr. Mario against your friends. Apparently, it's not even that. It's like a weird new version of Dr. Mario. with a bunch of mobile stuff stuck into it.
Okay, cool.
Or not.
We also have God Eater 3 for the Switch.
Yep.
And Dragon Quest Builders for the PlayStation, or Dragon Quest Builders 2 for the PlayStation and the Switch.
Yep.
Not
a big release week.
No, but speaking of the Switch,
so big
breaking today.
Yes, this today.
Out of left field and right field.
We kind of knew it was happening.
We knew Nintendo was developing the smaller version of the Switch. What we didn't realize was what exactly they were going to give us.
Yeah, and also we didn't realize how soon it was going to be.
Yeah. But we have the new Nintendo console, technically.
The new version of an existing Nintendo
console. The Switch Lite. Yes, they announced it today. The Nintendo Switch Lite is a leaner version of the existing Switch model that sacrifices some features, but for $100 cheaper.
Yeah.
The current retail price for this is $200.
Yeah.
Compared to the $299, $300 version of the Switch version. But what are they actually sacrificing? That's what everyone wants to know.
Yeah, what is this?
Why should I get this one over the regular Switch version? Besides it being cheaper and I can only afford the $200 version.
Yeah.
Well, you can buy the Switch Lite on September 20th with 3 different colors. You can get it in Pokemon Yellow. I assume it's Pokemon Yellow because it's arriving at the same time as these new Pokemon games.
It's funny that you say that because apparently there will also be a limited edition Pokemon version of the Switch Lite.
Oh yes, there will be. I saw that as well. Mm-hmm. Forgot that's a thing because it has blue on one side and red on the other for the Sword and Shield. But anyways, they'll come in 3 different colors: a yellow, a teal, and an off gray color.
Yeah.
Or not that black Switch version.
Kind of like a neutral gray.
Yeah. More aesthetically pleasing gray.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Switch Lite will feature a 5.5-inch screen that displays at a resolution of 720 pixels.
I've heard it being
Compare that to the 1080 version.
I've heard it being compared, the screen of this thing being compared to your big smartphone.
Yeah.
So, for example, your Galaxy Note kind of thing.
Yep. That's a 5.5.
iPhone, whatever, the
XL
thing.
XL.
Yeah, it's that size. So think smartphone.
Yes. Or if you want to just take the actual screen of the Switch, that's about the size right there of the whole thing. It's also about the weight of the whole thing as well, as it is about 33% lighter than the Switch. Switch proper? Switch Prime? What are we calling it? Switch 1?
The Switch.
The Switch.
Because this is the Switch Lite.
Yes.
Just like the DS Lite.
Yes.
Same naming convention.
Additionally, the Switch Lite will no longer be able to connect to the TV via USB-C and HDMI.
You cannot dock it. You cannot connect it to a television. It is not designed for that.
Nope.
This is a purely dedicated handheld system.
Yep, this means that the Switch Lite is being positioned as a purely handheld platform, as opposed to the hybrid version.
Which means we knew it was coming. This is it. We can finally officially say it.
The 3DS
is dead.
Yep. We knew that they were already going towards this, but
this confirms it.
This confirms the 3DS is dead.
A handheld-only version of the Switch means that there's no plans to extend the DS line. The DS line is dead.
Yep. But this also means that you will not be able to play the entire lineup of Switch games.
Yeah, because the other thing about this, I don't know if you mentioned it, you do not have the detachable Joy-Cons. It is just one single unit. The Joy-Cons are attached to their permanent So this eliminates the HD rumble. Mm-hmm. This eliminates the IR tracking.
Yep.
This eliminates motion control. Except for tilt control. I believe that's still in the system.
This also eliminates automatic co-op play.
Yeah. So you can't play Mario Kart with one Switch Lite.
Right.
With your friend with one Switch Lite.
Yep. There is also no back kickstand.
Oh, well, I take that back. Unless I'm sure you can wirelessly connect a different controller. That's probably fine.
Yeah, yes, I think you can. But yeah, there's no back stand for this, so you can't take it mobile and then put it back and watch movies on it This is strictly a handheld.
You can't watch movies on it anyways. It doesn't have Netflix.
Oh, does that have Netflix? No, it has Hulu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, you can watch a movie on
Hulu. Watch Hulu. So you can't watch Hulu stuff on it. But yeah, you have to physically be holding it the entire time. Mm-hmm. But it is lighter. It still will come with the 32 gig internal storage. But yeah, it's lighter. The actual D-pad is an actual D-pad now. No need for buttons.
Yes.
Which some people actually like.
Right, yeah. Some people are very happy about that.
Yeah. But it is the lighter version of the Switch.
I mean, this checks out. Like, looking at this today, I wasn't super surprised. I was surprised by the price, and I was surprised by the release date. Because that's soon and that's cheap. Right. Those are the good news here.
That is coming out immediately for the holiday season.
The rest of this makes 100% sense. Like, this is a good option for a younger demographic who doesn't care as much about the fidelity of playing something on the television.
Or for some people who only have one TV and can't afford to do it.
This is definitely made for people who were handheld Nintendo gamers. Yep. Didn't necessarily like have the home consoles as much, and were just playing like their DSs for the last 10 years, 15 years. It's getting there, almost 15 years next year. But yeah, it'll be it'll be a way for those people to get in on the Switch, and really, the things that they're sacrificing, not a whole lot of games took advantage of. When you think about the IR tracking, the motion control, and the HD Rumble, really the game that comes to mind first is the launch game 1-2 Switch.
Right, and ARMS.
And like, even ARMS had a controller mode.
Right.
So really, you're not being locked out of like that many experiences with this.
No, and even though you can also use it in Super Mario Odyssey, you can still complete the game with it attached.
And of course, smart Alex out there are all pointing out that this is basically a Sony Vita. Because yes, you're right, it is basically a Sony Vita. Yeah. Except Nintendo figured out that the Vita came at the wrong time. People weren't ready for that kind of experience to be handheld yet. So it makes sense that idea is being revisited here. It is a handheld with a widescreen with a touchscreen. It is the Vita again.
Yes, with two knobs for controllers.
Two knobs.
For back buttons.
I love those two knobs.
Two analogs. Yeah. And you can play games from the premium console as well.
So yeah, but I'm also seeing a lot of people on the internet that are confused about why this exists. But I think it will find a niche. I think it's available for the people who want it. And you know what? Nintendo has no plans about stopping selling the original Switch. So if you care about stuff like connecting to the television, and you care about motion control, I don't know who you are out there, crazy person who still does, but somebody I'm sure does care about motion control, there is still this original Switch for you. And I saw today the rumor about the Deluxe XL version of the Switch still might be alive. That hasn't been killed yet.
Yep.
So if we come into 2020 and say around this time next year, that may be a thing that also happens.
Right, you'll get your 4K.
Right, probably not your 4K.
I know,
but you'll probably get your deluxe, bigger, higher, computing model of the Switch. But for now, I think this is smart. This is a really smart move, and I think it'll be an entry level Switch for a lot of people who are ready to pull the Switch,
pull the trigger on the Switch.
Pull the trigger, but hadn't yet.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the Switch.
This answered the worries I think you had about this thing.
Probably.
But you probably will just get a original.
I'll probably just get a Switch. Anyway. So
also perfect for Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. It's launching at the good time. Because people who have played Pokemon, mainly as it has been, on a mobile device.
And now it kind of still is.
It kind of still is.
Somehow they made that happen.
Somehow they will never be a home release.
Yeah, I don't think Nintendo will ever release another dedicated home console after this now.
Yeah.
I think the Switch has changed their business model.
Yep. Take it everywhere.
Here we are.
All right. Speaking of changing business models, Shenmue 3.
Talk about creating your own business model.
Oh, the hotly anticipated Shenmue 3 going Epic exclusive.
That happened.
Has caused a stir amongst PC Kickstarter backers. Developer WiseNet provided an update on the Switch. Not the Switch, but the change.
Yeah, the change, yes.
But the studio is still still stressing concerns. Refunds are now being offered to Kickstarter backers who choose to rescind their investment, and Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney confirmed the company will take responsibility to avoid impacting Shenmue 3's development budget.
Okay, so basically what's going on here is that Shenmue 3, which of course is the sequel to Shenmue 1 and 2,
yes,
most popular on the Dreamcast. I believe they did come out on other consoles later.
Yes, and remixes, HDs.
If you don't know what it is, it was kind of this beloved RPG open world game that actually predates Grand Theft Auto 3, which is why this is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Is because it was doing the open world, quest-based kind of game before GTA did it. GTA just figured out the right way to do it, and everybody copied it.
Yep.
So Shenmue, it's a series that's well loved by a lot of people, but hated by others, and it's had a complicated life. So that's why it was kickstarted. So the thing is when you kickstart something, typically one of the rewards is, I want a copy of this.
Right, I want to put money in this game. I want this game.
And the thing is that at the time, the Epic Game Store did not exist when this was funded. So you had a lot of people assuming that this would be a Steam release.
Right, because everyone has Steam.
Yeah, and then opting into that tier, thinking that they were going to get a copy of the game on Steam. Mm-hmm. So Epic taking this exclusive means that all those people who thought they were going to get Steam versions are not. They're going to get Epic Store versions. Now, to most people, this would not matter, because most people would just be happy to play the game. However, because the internet is the internet, people are angry over nothing and pissed off because they don't want to download another client.
Because they don't want to sign up for Epic Games to play something they've already paid for.
Right. So that's why these guys at Epic are actually doing kind of a nice thing and offering these refunds.
Yep. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see. Is it refund of your refund of your entire investment?
That's pretty cool.
Which is, depending on how much you put in over time,
right,
could be a big chunk of money you could get automatically back.
Yeah, I really wonder if they will honor this for the people who spent hundreds of dollars on the Kickstarter.
Right. Well,
that person probably exists.
Well, yeah, because you get your $200 investment back, and then when the game actually finally comes out, you can buy it for $20 or whatever $40 it is.
Epic Store,
Epic Store.
$60.
But yeah, no, Epic Games will refund your investment entirely. Tim Sweeney took to Twitter to deliver the statement saying, quote, Epic is funding the cost of all Kickstarter refunds resulting from Shenmue 3's move to Epic Game Store. He notes that this decision is to ensure YNet's development budget remains unaffected by its refunds. Which means that your Kickstarter is essentially becoming moot,
No, because it's...
essentially, yes. It's what got it to this point.
But it's not... But this game will also come out on consoles. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That there are other places where this game will live, and, it might not even be a permanent Epic exclusivity. It might be a timed Epic exclusivity, but that still makes people mad. So really, it's just a bunch of people who whined enough where the company that made the exclusive deal thought, well, we could probably, spend a little bit of extra money to shut up these fans. That's literally all this is. Right,
but if I have the opportunity to get my $2,000 investment back...
yeah, but...
I'm going to do it.
I also, though, I want to believe that the person who spent $2,000 on this imaginary person we're making up, because I don't think anybody actually spent that much on
their tiered rewards.
Yeah, but I can't imagine that there was a $2,000 tier. For this, at least. Maybe for other Kickstarters, but maybe not this one. But, I can't imagine that person is the same person who would be complaining and want a refund.
Right.
I think that person just wants to play however they can. A lot of people have been looking forward to this game, but there are extremes, and there's definitely a line of fanaticism that you can cross, and I think a lot of people have crossed it here. Who was surprised?
No. No one's surprised. All right, do you have any thoughts on games?
Well, I played some more the show. Last time we talked about it, I said I hadn't really dove into it yet.
Yeah. Well, you made it to the majors.
But yeah, I got called up to the Angels. I'm pitching in the major leagues now. I'm in the show.
You made it to the show?
Pitching a little, not as strong as I was. I'm not pitching any no-hitters anymore.
Did it take you longer than you thought?
No.
No?
It took me, actually, it was very quick.
Okay.
I paid, what did it was I played the All-Star game. The minor league All-Star game. And got called up immediately after the All-Star
Right, because you made it to the All-Stars.
Yes.
And you pitched a good...
I literally pitched the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So I guess at that point, that was me knowing, like, apparently I'm good enough at this where they're going to call me.
Well, no, they do, like, a Futures All-Star game where they do that. Yeah.
So, it took way shorter than it did the first time that I played the show. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it. It's cool now to be on the Major League team because I'm interacting with real people. Like I can give
that you actually know.
I gave Cole Calhoun a pep talk because he had been underperforming, just like real life. No, that's not fair. He's not as bad as Cozart. Anyway, Cuisinart. So yeah, it's cool to actually talk to the real teammates. That's like neat. Oh yeah, I talked to Otani, and I didn't need a translator. I was like, how am I understanding this man? I should have asked him what his favorite kind of bed was.
The bed Otani chooses.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still fun. I'm not because I'm in the majors. The competition's a little fiercer. I played the Oakland A's and I did not face the always intense Matt Chapman. And I was like, why is he not in the lineup today?
Oh,
he's not happy.
Matt Chapman was an All-Star this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was almost the MVP because he was up to bat with bases loaded. All he had to do was to hit a grand slam and he would be automatically MVP.
Oh, it wasn't.
Didn't happen. He was not intense at the time.
He was not that intense. But one time he was not.
But the fact that he was an All-Star is that yes, our favorite
really the
Matt
always
Chapman.
Intense Matt Chapman.
Yes. Oh, he was also in the home run derby.
Oh, well, of course he was.
Yeah.
He's always intense.
He's super intense.
But
That's where he spent all his intensity.
So yeah, it's still good. I'm still enjoying it. It's still just a baseball game though. So yeah. I don't know. I'm having fun.
Okay. I played the mobile game Archero. For the sole reason that it kept popping up with my ads, so I downloaded it so it would stop popping up.
I'm almost hesitant to ask what it is because I pretty much probably already know what it is.
You already know what it is.
Okay, it's mobile game circa 2019.
Yeah.
It's you collect characters and they do stuff and you fight with them.
No, this is not that. You're thinking of AFK.
Okay.
AFK Arena. No, Archero is you're an archer and you shoot your arrow and you collect power-ups, but they only go through that run. And so
it's run-based. This is a roguelike.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's run-based. You run around. You have to stand still to shoot your arrows to kill the enemies. You get coins to power yourself up to help you clear things along the way.
Okay.
It's fine. The ads are super annoying.
Yeah.
But now that the ads are no longer there, the game is fine. Not worth downloading though. I think I'm just gonna end playing it soon.
That checks out.
Because I finally got past the first level and immediately died like the next level.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Well, because each world is 50 levels or 50 like doorways, and so after I got through that, went to the next world and I died like 2 doorways in. I was like, now I have to go through this whole thing again. And it took me like a week to do the other thing. Now it's like, I think I'm not gonna be super invested in this. Because it wants me to hit the paywall to advance. I'm like, nah, that ain't me. Nah, that nice try. I downloaded your game so I'd stop watching your ads, but nah. I enjoyed it for like the first time around, but trying to do this for 5 more worlds or whatever it is.
Not worth it.
No, not worth it.
Mobile games, not worth it.
But what is worth it is subscribing to us, the Media Boat Podcast.
Yes, because it's time to plug, is that it does it for video games, that does it for the Media Boat Podcast for this week. So, we have been the Media Boat Podcast. We are a podcast that is available both in video form and in audio. If you want to see us live in video form, we have that available to you via YouTube. Just search for YouTube for Media Boat Podcast. Find our page, like and subscribe to our channel, and click that bell for notifications whenever we go live, typically Wednesday nights around 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. You can also hear the audio version, though. That's available on podcast services such as Apple Podcasts and any RSS feed-driven podcast service you might have access to. Just pop in Media Boat Podcast. Look for us, and you'll probably find us. Subscribe to us and listen to our archive of many, many episodes in the past. You can also find us in social media world. We're on Twitter at MediaBoatCast. Facebook, just search Media Boat Podcast. Find our page, like, comment, please tell us your feedback. We love it. Go on to patreon.com if you want to help us with money. We're Media Boat Podcast, patreon.com/Media Boat Podcast. On there, I think, Media Boat. I think just patreon.com/Media Boat. Go there and you can donate as little as $1 a month. That helps us, believe it or not. That little amount helps us pay for both the hosting for this podcast as well as hosting our website, MediaBoatPodcast.com, where you can go see our archive of written work from the last couple of years. You can also see us on twitch.tv/MediaBoat when we're playing a video game or two. Go on there and see. I'm sure you just wrapped up or are still continuing the critical run on Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes, I've been streaming my critical run of Kingdom Hearts 3. I am currently in the final 3-hour lore-based heavy segment of actually playing Kingdom Hearts the game.
Fun.
But as I've been going through it on critical mode, I've also been, unfortunately, to my detriment, wanting to do 100% on this run for some reason.
Don't do that to yourself.
I've already done it. I've already collected all the treasures as I've gone through. I've already hit all the hidden Mickeys I've gone through. I've already done all the recipes. I'm currently made to do all the Google stuff. The Moogle stuff.
You can Google that Moogle.
I'm going to Moogle that stuff. Moogle that Google.
Yeah.
But I may do that after I find the time to sit down and play the next 5 hours of this game. Because the cutscenes can do 3 hours of it.
Yeah.
And in all my deaths too.
Well, we'll see you continue that then.
Yeah, I should be beating that the next time I plug in.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all of the plugs we have. So we'll be back next week for another episode of the Media Boat Podcast, probably around our regularly scheduled time. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week for more thoughts and news and video games and stuff.
Everything under the sun.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Our stream kind of cut in and out. I don't know if you noticed that.
We probably split into a few pieces here.
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in, if you're still tuning in. And we'll see you guys next time.
All right, bye.
Bye.